WarsawJS.
Okay, so I will just quickly talk about the tool I've used on my most recent workshop. So often if someone is like having a workshop and for a group of people, there's always a problem with the configuration of your environment, and it's like really time consuming, and it can cause like really massive problem and headaches when you have a group of people, let's say 10 people, and one of the person struggles with the environment, it might take like a lot of time to resolve. And there is a good tool that helps to solve this problem. It's Git.io, and I will show you how it works and what are the cool features of it. So there's even this like cool feature that you can implement this button in your README, and it will open automatically the live environment of your project. So not only it opens the environment, but you can write your own script that will be run when the coding environment is open. So this is a project from my previous workshop when we were like setting up the CMS with frontends. So you can see I've already opened it in a previous step. So once it opens, then it installs the npm packages and then opens the ports for the front end. And all of this configuration lives in the git.pod YAML file. So in the config file, it's quite simple, but you can define tasks that will be run initially, and then the command that will be run after the initial tasks are completed. So here you can do npm install, npm build, and then you can start like the server, and it's going to run automatically on every machine that connects to this link. So the way I've used it is person can fork your repository and then create a live environment of the project on their machine, and it's going to be running separately on each individual machine. And this way, everyone will have their own project ready to start coding, like in less than 1 minute. There are obviously problems with GitHub when you first time log in. You have to be careful because it's going to ask you about authentication. But apart from that, it's quite easy to use. And so far I had a really good time with using it. And I will have like one more cool feature of it, which you can specify a Docker file that can be used for creating the image, the virtual image environment. And I'll quickly do swap it. But first, I will show one more feature, which is live coding on the same repo. So you can share the link with a different person, and then can interact with the same project as you work on. So right now, you can see like someone is typing, even though. Yeah. So pretty cool. And I will show you okay, so this one, basically the default image is Linux Ubuntu, but you can specify a different image. So here in my Docker file, I can just specify, so here in the Git.pod, I specify the file. And in the Docker file, I can just pick a different distribution. And here I'm just gonna rename it. Running a bit slow, but I will just demonstrate it. I will swap the file, commit. Open the workspace again. And this tool is basically free for like 50 hours a week, which is more than enough for running a workshop. Unless I had image downloaded, then Otherwise, it should build an image from the Manjaro source. Oh yeah, it's building. So yeah, this is how it works. Just pretty handy tool for using. I don't know. Installs the extensions for you as well. So linter, all of that is already installed based on the project. So that also helps with prettier tailwind config. This all can be installed on your virtual environment and saves the config. So this is the tool. Any questions? This one.
All right, a little bit of dialogue then. Thanks for the presentation. I think it was just amazing. It looks like magic, which suggests that it's like an amazingly advanced tech. The question I have, because it is great to, as you said, in workshops, whenever you want to like co-code with someone, two questions. First off, perhaps you can find it online, but I was wondering if, from the top of your head, can you say something about the machines that it is running on? Like how, yeah.
So it is using the Docker under the hood. So it's running the image of Linux Ubuntu with the default configuration. I think it's the default image you can find on Docker Hub, and it's using this under the hood. So if I could do a quick demo. Like, I'll install NeoFetch on this Linux distro. If I have it installed, no. Cannot read the font. Okay, never mind. I guess I cannot. Yeah, so. Yeah, so you can do anything that you can do on virtual machine. I was actually trying to run this NeoFetch before, and it ran, and it shows you the Ubuntu distro of all the how many RAMs does it have, like all the information. So what was the second question?
Right, thanks. I was wondering if how these sessions work, like because there's a code base that you see.
So the sessions are workspaces, and on the free tier you have two simultaneously running workspaces. And you can connect to each one of them. Oh, for the sharing, you just have to enable share option here. And that allows you to share the link with a person, and it will open the same workspace as yours and allow the live editing of your code. And on the free tier, you only have 2 workspaces with limited amount of hours, from what I remember. I think it's around 50 per week, per month. Any more questions? No? Okay, then thank you.